What's good, Skins fans? Breaking news: Redskins trade a fifth-round pick for Kyle Allen, quarterback from the Carolina Panthers last year. Now, let's break down his numbers. Before we get into the numbers, of course, we'll just throw out Washington Panthers, Carolina Redskins, Washington, Ohio State Buckeyes, Bama Panthers, whatever you want to call this team now. Um, this move, I did not see this move coming. Now, somebody, if you didn't know, the Panthers, they did sign the XFL quarterback. I think his name was P.J. Walker, and they had Teddy Bridgewater, they had Kyle Allen, they had P.J. Walker, they had some other quarterback. Cam Newton still on the roster, technically still on the roster, and they had some other guys. So they had to unload and get rid of some guys because their quarterback. They had too many quarterbacks. I think it was Louis Ritter or somebody this morning said the Panthers had 5 quarterbacks. So Ron Rivera must have been thinking about this move or thinking about Kyle Allen from the jump maybe. Now, what this move tells me, I like this move. A lot of people say they don't like it. They think a fifth-round pick is too high. I don't think it's too high. I'm fine with the fifth-round pick. I'm not mad. I'm not going to sit up here and say I'm mad. Like a lot of people are pretty upset that we traded a fifth-round pick. Maybe it should have been a sixth-round pick or a seventh-round pick because, of course, Kyle Allen is not that great. He's okay. He's a backup really at best unless you really want to invest. I think they have Will Greer as well. We actually could have tried to trade for Will Greer, but they probably would have wanted like a third-round pick for Will Greer or a fourth-round pick, which I definitely wouldn't do that. If it were up to me, I would have just signed Matt Moore as a backup quarterback. A lot of people wanted Flacco. I'm happy we didn't get Flacco. A lot of people actually wanted Cam Newton once he gets released. I didn't think Cam Newton's going to be released and not traded. A lot of people thought we were going to get Cam Newton. I'm not one of those people that wanted Cam. I didn't want Cam Newton because I thought it would be Donovan McNabb 2.0. I did not want Joe Flacco because Joe Flacco looked washed up with the Broncos and he looked washed up with the Ravens. So I did not want Joe Flacco to be our backup quarterback. And Joe Flacco's attitude is not that great either. He didn't show a great attitude towards Lamar Jackson. And he didn't show a great attitude towards Drew Lock as well as mentoring and grooming those young quarterbacks. So why would he do that for Dwayne Haskins? Cam Newton, if Cam Newton came, he would have been starting. Obviously, I think we probably would have been 8-8 with Cam Newton. I'm not going to lie. We probably would have been better. I'm not going to lie. We probably would have been better. But I just don't want Cam Newton because I think his arm is he's just taking too many hits. But let's get to Kyle Allen. Kyle Allen actually played well when he did step in for Cam Newton last year. Let's not get it twisted. Now, he went on a 4-game win streak. I have the stats up right here because I didn't really watch the Carolina Panthers last year, to be honest with you. Really didn't watch them much, but he beat the Cardinals. He did get sacked 46 times. I don't know if that's his fault or him holding on to the ball. And, of course, he knows the Air Coryell offense with Scott Turner. So he has familiarity with Scott Turner, of course, and with Ron Rivera. And Ron Rivera just loves his Panthers guys. We're probably going to see more. I got a feeling we're going to sign Devin Funches, the receiver, on a 1-year deal. So, and like you see how I am. I'm usually hyped and excited when we make a good move. I'm not hyped or excited about this move. I'm kind of even. And I think it's a good move. I give this move to give it an A through F grade. It's kind of hard. You got to wait and see. I give it a C plus. I give it a C plus. I don't think it's a terrible move. I give it a C plus. I think it's good for Haskins' mental because you don't want to bring in a guy who's better than Haskins. You don't want to bring in the Joe Flacco. You don't want to bring in a Jameis Winston. You don't want to bring a guy who we know is probably going to beat out Dwayne Haskins. So I think this is a good move to push Dwayne Haskins and to motivate him as well. Now, if he does beat Kyle Allen out, Kyle Allen will be a good guy to show him the playbook and show him the ropes of the Air Coryell offense because he learned it last year from Scott Turner. Now, Kyle Allen did win some games. He had a 4-game win streak. And we don't forget, I do remember hearing everybody was like, oh my gosh, is Kyle Allen going to take Cam Newton's spot because they went on that 4-game win streak. And Kyle Allen was actually playing well. Now, Kyle Allen showed more flashes, unfortunately, last year than Dwayne Haskins did. Now, Kyle Allen he played how many games? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 games. Kyle Allen played 13 games, and Dwayne Haskins only played 7 games, started 7 games, something like that. Didn't even really start that many games. Kyle Allen's best games. Now, there's good Kyle Allen, there's bad Kyle Allen. There's good Kyle Allen. Last year against the Cardinals, 19 for 26, 261 yards, and 4 touchdowns and no picks. That's a really good game. That's a game I did not see from Dwayne Haskins. I'm not saying it's Dwayne Haskins' fault, but I did not see him produce a game like Kyle Allen did last year. I'm sorry. Now, the Eagles game was really good. In the game against the Giants, I think he was on his way to producing like that. When he finally got comfortable with the offense and Kevin O'Connell was calling plays for him, throwing the football on first down, not just, running the football on first and second down, setting Dwayne Haskins up for a failure. And, Kevin O'Connell ran a read option for Dwayne Haskins, the Eagles. That helped him out, too. He just switched up the offense for him. Now, Kyle Allen did have a better tight end, and what's his name? Greg Olsen. He did have Christian McCaffrey, a running back. He did have a better supporting cast. He did have DJ Moore. Terry McLaurin is better than DJ Moore, in my opinion. But Christian McCaffrey, you can argue he's the best running back in the game right now. And Greg Olsen was a good tight end, way better than Sprinkle and Hinches and anybody that we even had on the roster last year. So he just had a better team around him. He had a better coach, Ron Rivera. So, a better offense, and I'm not going to say Scott's a better offensive coordinator than Kevin O'Connell, but, Scott did help him out a little bit here and there. They beat the Texans 16-10. He went 24 for 34, 232 yards. Won that game. Went 17 for 30 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. One touchdown, no picks, 181 yards. Beat the Buccaneers 37-26, 20-32. Had 2 touchdowns, no picks. Threw the ball for 227 yards. Now, this is where we get to bad Kyle Allen right here. Against the San Francisco 49ers, who were the best team defensively in the league last year. They lost 51-13. Thank goodness. They lost 51-13, 19 for 37, no touchdowns and 3 picks. Now, that's bad Kyle Allen. Good Kyle Allen comes back again against the Titans. He went 17 for 32, 232 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 pick. They lost to the Packers on that 4th and goal. That game, he went 28 for 43, 307 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 pick. And then bad Kyle Allen is against the Falcons, 31 for 50, 0 touchdowns, and 4 picks. So you could get good Kyle Allen or you could get bad Kyle Allen. That's why I think Kyle Allen is a backup at best. I don't see him being a starter. And honestly, I don't think he will beat Dwayne Haskins. I don't think he will. But I would not be surprised if he beat Dwayne Haskins. I'm just going to say that right now. I would not be surprised. New Orleans Saints 34-31. They lost that game, went 24 for 36, 3 touchdowns and no picks. The game against us that we beat them, that was bad Kyle Allen. Kyle Allen, he lost in that game. He missed some throws and he missed some wide open guys. Did not play well that game against us. Went 27 for 46, 278 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. The stats weren't that bad in that game though. Falcons 28 for 41, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. That's bad Kyle Allen. And then the rest of the games, Seahawks, he threw 1 touchdown, 3 picks. And then the Saints game, they lost 42-10, 25 for 41, 295 yards, and 1 interception, no touchdowns. Now, the reason why I went over the stats is because, unfortunately, I just didn't watch the Panthers last year. It is what it is. And I haven't really watched a lot of Kyle Allen film. I just haven't. So, just wanted to give you guys a little synopsis of what you're getting from Kyle Allen. Now, of course, you don't want to just look at numbers. You want to see guys play. And after this, I'll probably watch some highlights. And I do want to do maybe a quick live stream tonight or tomorrow to talk about this move more in depth. Maybe we can sleep on it or think about it more instead of having a quick reaction. But, of course, I always do quick reaction videos. But Kyle Allen, this is a good move. It's not a bad move. Like I said, the options were Blake Bortles, Matt Moore, Joe Flacco, Jameis Winston, Cam Newton. Those were the quarterback options right there. And I don't want to draft Tua Tagovailoa, an injury-prone quarterback. So, out of all the moves, this move really wasn't that bad. And honestly, I was thinking about drafting a quarterback in the 6th or 7th round anyway. I was looking at I forgot his name. He went to Utah or something like that. He would have been available in the draft. I got to look up his name. I forgot his name, man. But I wanted to draft him maybe in the 7th round. I don't know if it was Hundley or something, like Tyler Hundley. I can't remember. But if you remember his name, please comment his name. I can't. I got to look it up. But he played like not in the East-West Shrine. He played in the Northwest. It might have been the Shrine game. He did play in the Shrine game. He was decent. He's a mobile quarterback as well. Kyle Allen's not really mobile either, but this is somebody that's going to push Dwayne Haskins. I'm not going to lie. Kyle Allen has winning experience in the 1 year that he played last year. He won 4 games in a row, and that's something Haskins has not been able to do. And like I said, it's not his fault. The supporting cast really wasn't that great. He didn't have a Christian McCaffrey. He did have a DJ Moore similar to a Terry McLaurin. Like I said, Terry McLaurin's better than DJ Moore, and he just didn't have a tight end that helped him out at all. Offensive line didn't really help Kyle Allen, and offensive line didn't really help Haskins out either. So this will be an interesting quarterback battle, and we have a short off season. They just canceled schools in Virginia, so there's going to be no. That kind of means there's going to be, of course, no OTAs. There won't be any mini camps, and of course, training camps in Virginia. So you got to take that into account. They canceled school. Hopefully all this stuff is done by the summertime. That's what I'm really, really, really hoping for. This pandemic is done, so they can actually have a training camp. Now, I don't even think they'll let the training camp open to the fans at that time. So who knows? Of course, Kyle Allen knows the playbook, so Kyle Allen has an advantage. Let's be real here. He has an advantage over Dwayne Haskins with knowing the playbook. Now, who's more talented? Of course, Dwayne Haskins is more talented than Kyle Allen. Of course. So we'll see, man. We'll see. Haskins really has to dig into this playbook, really learn it, and it does hurt him not being able to have OTAs and minicamps. That does hurt Dwayne Haskins. Let's act like that doesn't hurt him. So we'll see. I'm not mad at the move. I gave it a C+. Let me know what you guys think, man. We'll see. I mean, Kyle Allen has some good games, and he has some really, really, really bad games. So, we'll see what kind of guy we get. I really hope they have a preseason. I really hope they do. I hope they play at least 2 or 3 games in the preseason so we can see these guys play and battle it out. And this is a quarterback competition. It really is. It really is. Because I'm a Haskins supporter, but he hasn't shown enough to say that he, of course, is the automatic day one starter over Kyle Allen. He just has not. He has not. But I think he's talented enough, and I think he should beat out Kyle. If I had to put money down, I would say Haskins would beat out Kyle Allen, but I wouldn't be surprised if Kyle Allen beats out Dwayne Haskins. I'll just be 100% honest with you guys. Now, if it was Blake Bortles, I think Haskins would beat out Blake Bortles. If it was Matt Moore, I think Haskins would beat out Matt Moore. So we'll see what happens. Let me know what you guys think about this move, man. Hell to them skins. And I will possibly live stream tonight so we can chop it up and go back and forth and discuss this move. Or tomorrow, one of those days. And, if we do it tomorrow, like I said, we can sleep on it and think about it a little bit more and then come up with different opinions and things like that. Or we could just do it tonight and just have live, quick reactions. So, all right, y'all. Hail to them skins. Peace.